Hello, very warm welcome to babycode free sessions. So we are beginning with the TOEFL sessions. Yesterday we did the TOEFL session number 1, which is about introduction. Today's session is about the reading part, and the first section for the reading part is factual informations and negative factual information. So what are factual information questions and what are negative factual informations? We are going to talk about in detail today. These are the types of questions that comes in your reading module: factual information, negative factual information, inference, rhetorical, reading vocabulary, sentence simplification, and insert text, as well as prose summary. These are the 6 to 7 types of questions that comes under your TOEFL reading. Let's look at what are factual information. Factual information, it requires you to recognize that is explicitly stated in the text. That means the information which is precisely stated in the text. It may include facts like major ideas, supporting details, or any kind of an information or a definitions. Negative factual information, these questions are similar to the factual information, except instead only one answer being true, 3 of the 4 answers are true. So you have to determine basically which one is false here. Factual information will have phrases like according to the paragraph X answer this. But for negative factual information, you will look for the words not or except that will be there in the capital letters. Factual information, it basically require you to analyze the information, recognize the facts. These facts can be in the form of ideas, supporting detail, or definition. You are given with 4 choices to choose from. You are usually required to pick 1 or sometimes even 2, right? You will be informed that the answers are worth 1 point only. So how your question will be phrased? Your question will be phrased in the form of these 4 bulleted points. Like suppose you will have paragraph 2 mention which of the following about Y. According to para 1, which of the following is true about X? According to para 3, how did X determine Y? According to para 4, why did I X to do Y, right? Negative factual information is similar to factual information, but under this type of question, you have to determine which answer option is false. So you get 4 options, out of which 3 will be true and 1 will be false. It may also ask you to identify which fact is not mentioned in the passage. Basically, this type of question will contain words except or not in your prompt. So you will get phrases like according to para 1, which of the following is not true? According to para 1, which of the following are true about X? All of the following are mentioned in the para 1 about X. So you have to look for except part, right? So here you can see that question structure will be explicitly stated, and you have to recognize first what is the type of question. Then don't select an answer just because it contains words or phrases from the paragraph. Evaluate each option to determine if it is correct or not. Negative factual information, 3 out of 4 answers are always true. Which one is false? You have to look for that. So which of the following is not true? The author mentions all of the following except that one, and that one is your required answer. Answer is either not in the paragraph or it contradicts with the information in the paragraph, right? Now let's look at some of the strategies, how you can ace the TOEFL reading. First one is plan your approach. What is your approach? You have to decide in advance that how you want to go with the reading part. You're going to read the questions first, or you're going to read your passage first, right? So have a plan in your mind regarding your approach, that how you're going to attempt it. Second is read the passage quickly. So you have to skim through the passage very quickly in less than 4 minutes, I would say, because you will get enough time to solve the questions asked at the end of the passage. So skim it within less than 4 minutes. Identify the type of question. Identify the type of question you're answering so that you can solve it quickly and correctly. Develop a good understanding of different questions so that you can effectively recognize them. Be time conscious. Do not lose track of time while answering these questions. Effectively plan and manage your time. Take notes, identify your keywords in the passage, eliminate the wrong options. By eliminating one or two choices, you will get a 50% chance of picking the correct answer options, right? So let's look at some of the question types, factual information questions. So please read through the paragraph, read the question also. According to this paragraph, which of the following is true about Cygnus X1? Which of the following is true about? That means one statement will be true here among the four options and three will be incorrect, right? So you have to select the true one. Go through the paragraph first, skim it quickly, and then I'm going to help you. So here what will happen is only one will be true and the rest remaining three options will be incorrect. So look at the first option. It is a blue supergiant star that orbits a black hole. So do you think it is correct? It is mentioned in the passage? No, it's incorrect because it's a black hole with the blue giant star closing orbit, not a star that orbits a black hole, right? It is a black hole with a blue giant star closing orbit. So you can read it very clearly here in this statement. So A is incorrect. Second is it is located in a galaxy that is shaped like a swan. So read it here. Astronomers were using radio telescopes to observe the constellation Cygnus, the swan, when they detected. So it is nowhere mentioned that black hole is located. See, it is here that the black hole is located in constellation shaped like swan, not a galaxy. So again, this is not true. See the third one, it was the first confirmed black hole to be detected. Yes, and that is true. See, scientists continue to gather information about black holes, but they could not confirm their existence until this was discovered, right? This radiation was emitted as a black hole, consumed gas from a blue supergiant star that was closely orbiting, right? So that means it was a confirmed black hole which they detected. So this can be a correct answer. Let's have a look at D1. It emits high energy X-rays and gamma rays. This option is incorrect because the accretion disk around it was releasing burst of electromagnetic radiations. That means the burst of radiations were from there. It never emits high energy X-rays and gamma rays. So that means D is the incorrect one. Only C is true. So you can select your answer as C1, जो आपका which is like true. So you can have an explanation also for better clarification. Do practice this exercise afterwards. Let's have a look at next one. So again, this passage talks about factual information. According to the para 3, how did scientists determine the large meteoroid had impacted Earth? So you can see four options are here. Quickly go through the options and passage. You have 2 minutes to complete this, and then I'm going to help you. Yes. So first option says they discovered a large crater in Yucatan region of Mexico. Do you think this is true? A1. C. Now, it looks like what is said here in the last two sentences, you can see, it does say that they found crater in 1990. But they determined in 1990 that there was a meteoroid impact. So A could not be the correct one. Look at the B1. They found a unique layer of sediment worldwide. Yes. So see here, This sediment layer and the worldwide layer of sediment deposit from the dust cloud. So they mention about worldwide layer of sediment, and the third sentence explain how it's unique. So this is correct one. C, they were alerted by archaeologists who had been excavating in the Yucatan region. So see the C1, there is no mention in the paragraph about any archaeologist working in the Yucatan region, right? D option, they located a meteoroid with a mass of over 1 trillion tons. So D is also incorrect because it says they located, which is not true. What they found was crater, right? And the other evidence of meteoroid impact, not the meteoroid itself. So again, D is incorrect. B1 is the correct option, that they found a unique layer of sediment worldwide. For better explanation, you can refer to the explanation part. So some tips for TOEFL reading, that you have to develop your reading skill, because you need to have a habit of reading faster and complex English language so that you can took to read earlier. Time yourself whenever you study down, note down how much time you're consuming. Develop an extensive vocabulary. So make a use of babycode application. We provide you vocabulary according to the topic specific. There are different categories from which we provide you the examples and the explanation of the meaning, as well as in Hindi is also available there. Read a variety of English language material, right, which we are providing you. Practice also, because it's the ultimate key. Let's look at negative part. Please go through the question and the passage. So negative factual information, you can read according to the paragraph, which of the following is not true. So यहाँ पे आपको statement क्या मिलेगा, जो true नहीं होगा, right? Which is not true. That means you will get a wrong statement. So quickly go through the options and the passage according to the paragraph, which is not true about insulin. Let's have a look at A1. So A1 says, that patients with type 1 diabetes must receive intravenous insulin to compensate for their sufficient supply. Type 1 diabetes is caused by pancreas inability, and they provide sufficient insulin and must be treated with injections of insulin. That means this is true. Insulin is generated by pancreas and controls cellular ingestion of glucose. This one is also true. See here, regulates the absorption of glucose into the body, secreted by pancreas. Some pregnant women have temporary diabetes because they cannot generate enough insulin for the babies themselves. They talk about gestational diabetes that occur in some pregnant women, but it does not talk about any kind of a temporary diabetes that cannot generate enough insulin. So this can be our answer. A lack of insulin causes people to experience extreme thirst and hunger. So it is clearly mentioned that increased thirst and hunger, this frequent urination, it actually causes this. So this one is mentioned. Only C part is not mentioned in the paragraph. So this is our required answer, which is not true. Rest A, B, and D are true. For better explanation, you can refer to the explanation part. Yes. Now let's have a look at the second question. Again, you have to look at the statements which are true of the impact except. So that means 3 statements will be true, 1 will be incorrect. Quickly go through the passage. First statement says a large amount of dust blocked sunlight from Earth. Large amount of dust blocks sunlight from earth. So it is mentioned here that material would have blocked the sunlight completely, right? So this one is there. Second, earth became cold and dark for several months. Earth into a period of cold and darkness that lasted for at least several months. So this is also there. See, new elements were formed from earth crust. So I couldn't find any statement that talking about new elements that were formed in earth crust. So this can be our option. D, large quantities of nitric acid were produced. So have produced vast quantities of nitric acid. So this is also there. Only C option is not there in the passage. See the explanation part for a better clarification. Do practice this exercise afterwards. Watch out the live session again. Pause the video, visit our app, YouTube also to watch this session so that you can boost your score for the TOEFL, right? So shape up your journey, improve your power of English with our live sessions, right? What you can do is you can stay tuned, join us on the Instagram and the YouTube, follow us, download the application, make a practice of vocabulary as well as live sessions. So I hope this was an informative session. You came to know about how you have to attempt negative as well as factual information question. Stay tuned for the next topic, which I'm going to cover in the next session. Bye bye, all of you. Take care. Thank you so much.